This is Kokoroon's China Quest travel channel. Take you to immerse yourself in a 9-day trip to Western Sichuan. Day 1. Depart from Chengdu and head to
Xinduqiao.
The drive takes about 5 hours. Pass through Yan to reach the first stop. This is a panda-themed high-speed service area. We'll take a break here too. Take a group photo with the 318 road sign. Arrive at the beautiful city of Kangding. It is also a center for the fusion of Han and Tibetan cultures. The Jiduo River runs through the city. Take a stroll around the city or find local specialties. If you are coming to Western Sichuan for the first time, you can take a day off here and get used to the altitude. This is the Zheduo Mountain Viewing Platform, located at a high altitude. Please avoid strenuous exercise. Next to the hotel is a Tibetan Buddhist temple, Gal Monastery. The huge prayer wheel is a place where local residents pray every day. Today, we continue our journey to Liting County. The journey takes 4 hours. And there are many cycling enthusiasts who come here with endless scenery along the way. It is also a pilgrimage route for hiking enthusiasts. arriving in Latang County, which has an average altitude of 4,133 meters, known as the High City of the World. It is a key town of Tibetan Buddhist culture. Checked into a hotel with strong Tibetan characteristics. It's about to rain, so let's follow the camera to see the Changqing Chun Ko Temple in Latang County.
礼堂长青村科尔寺，四川省规格最高的寺庙。
The temple is spectacular and majestic, embodying the solemnity of Buddhism. When night falls, light snow falls in the sky, making this highland city exceptionally quiet. When I woke up in the morning, the world was wrapped in silver, and the temples looked even more beautiful. On the hillside stands a huge prayer flag, and the shepherd's dog warmly greets me. The car is galloping on the plateau, and the snow-capped mountains are our background, and we are relaxed and happy all the way. The highland climate is like this. We climb over a mountain and enter the snow country. We shuttled through the wide ocean like this. The mountain is called Rabbit Mountain and is shaped like rabbit ears. It was raining lightly in the sky again, but fortunately I had azaleas on the side of the road to accompany me all the way. At the beginning of the day, the local residents dance the traditional Guozhuang, a dance in which people gather together. Today is the sightseeing of the Dao King Yachting scenic spot that I yearn for. This is where the gods reside. This is the renowned Shinari Sacred Mountain, famous throughout the Tibetan region. Legend has it that it is the incarnation of Avalokiteshvara.
沿着这个栈道一直往前走，就是长线前往那个牛奶海和五色海。
Now before your eyes is the second largest sacred mountain in the scenic area, which is said to be the incarnation of Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of wisdom. The altitude here is high, the air is thin, and you need to be prepared to resist high altitude. Not so much when you see these views, it's all worth it. The snow-capped mountains are even more beautiful against the backdrop of the lake, and we pray here. Come on, there are even more beautiful scenery waiting for me above. Hiking at high altitudes is a test of will. Take your time to enjoy the beautiful scenery. Perhaps it was the protection of the gods, and the weather began to clear up. The lake is like the tears of God. At this moment, I feel that the gods are with me, and I am so lucky. This is the incarnation of God, holy to the point of inviolability.
这最后一点跑跑了，最后一站，五色海。现在往下走，返程了。
There is always a time to part. Farewell to the mountain wildflowers, lakes, meadows, and the silent holy mountains. In the afternoon, I stayed in the village of Yoding. The next day, I'm going to continue exploring. The rooms have a direct view of the snow-capped mountains.
The 到陈亚丁第2天，今天走短线。
The murals by the river depict the 8 auspicious symbols of Tibetan Buddhism. Now you are greeted by another sacred mountain, Sano Dorje. This is another temple in the mountains, Chonggu Temple. Today is really like a festival. The wind is harmonious, and there are squirrels along the way. Snow-capped mountains are lined with flowers. In Tibet, the name of the lake is So. The jewels of heaven are nothing more than that. The white stupas in Dayusheng, known as Chitan Garpo in Tibetan, are scattered like stars across the landscape. Local residents come here every day to pray for their blessings. On the 6th day, we started our return journey to Lytton County. Today the weather was great, so I took out my bicycle. I wanted to slowly experience the scenery along the way.
There's a rhythm and rush these days.
The wind brushed past my shoulders, and I felt so free, which inadvertently reminded me of that classic line. Either get busy living, or get busy dying.
In a world gone shallow, in a world gone low. Sometimes there's things a man cannot know. The gears won't turn and the leaves won't grow. There's no place to run and no gasoline. Engine won't turn and the train won't leave.
Lytton also has a ranking ancient street, which is worth visiting. The architecture here is highly distinctive, featuring traditional Tibetan-style dwellings. You can also wear Tibetan costumes to take a set of exquisite portrait photos. I really love the Tibetan children here. They are so lovely and innocent. In the afternoon, a rain cloud drifted over the plateau, forming a rainbow on the horizon, and we chased after it. We ran across the grassland with the children and their puppies, while prayer flags fluttered in the wind. Cows lowered their heads to graze, and monks finished today's lessons. This is the most ordinary day on the plateau.
I saw the world from a window seat. Felt the calm, I felt the peace that we miss out on down below. With the walls we build and the lines we draw.
Today, we returned to Xinhuiyao and went to Tagong grassland. which is the best spot to view Yellowsnow Mountain.
Sometimes I wish the world could see.
Not far from here is also a magical park, the Moshi Park, with a completely different geology that makes it feel like arriving on another planet. Our another destination is Getalum Sky City.
轿车勉强能开。然后这里应该是养了这类小多鲍鱼。
The strong wind keeps howling, making the prayer flags flutter and rustle loudly. The weather on the plateau is so capricious, just like life. Now it's gradually clearing up, and the snow-capped mountains emerge, making me look incredibly tiny in comparison. The view here is excellent. There are young people who came in groups and couples here to take wedding photos. Everyone carries their own story. I just quietly stay here as a spectator. As clouds ebb and flow, a streak of sunset emerges in the sky. People far away don't miss home too much. Day 8. The Eos flowers in Jijimba are in full bloom. Here is another hidden gem. Moon Lake. The air here is so fresh. Horses roam freely, people sing and dance, and some are having picnics. I have been deeply intoxicated by the natural beauty here. In the afternoon, we checked into a wonderful Tibetan-style residence. Outside the window are snow-capped mountains, meadows, and blooming Eos flowers. Journeys always have an end. We start our return to Chengdu, bringing this perfect Western Sichuan trip to a close. We came to the Jejuo mountain pass again to take another look at Honghai Lake. On this journey, we prayed under the prayer flags, admired snow-capped mountains and meadows, explored Tibetan residences, and savored local cuisine. As travel ambassadors of Kokorun, join me on this journey of faith. Dear friends, if you have read this far, please like and follow our channel. Unlock more of China's journeys like a local.